On This Week in 5, we talk about an Apple turnover, a Twitter hack, face masks, a Man City win, a Huawei loss, a Nick Cannon podcast, and a whole lot more in just 5 minutes. Links and sources for every story are in the description below if you want to delve a little deeper. So hit like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications and leave your comments below. Let's get on with the show right now. Welcome to This Week in 5, the video podcast bringing you the week's news in just 5 minutes with me, Jono Molloy, every Sunday. Face coverings are to become compulsory in shops in England from the 24th of July. Well, sort of. It depends which government minister you ask. BJ and Number 10 said it is compulsory, Health Secretary HanCOCK said it isn't, and Business Secretary Alok Sharma got very flustered on Sky News with Kay Burley and kinda said it was strongly advised. So that's absolutely clear then. People, it's easy. Just wear face masks in public. Shame the rule doesn't apply to Wetherspoon's pubs. Would make them slightly more bearable. In the US, Trump refuses to make it compulsory, shirking responsibility and leaving it to state governors to decide. BJ announced in PMQs this week that there will be an independent inquiry into the government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. With nearly 300,000 cases and over 45,000 deaths, the UK is the hardest hit in Europe. Notice he didn't say a public inquiry where all evidence is heard in public, and he also didn't mention a time frame, so you can expect that to get kicked into the long grass until this current Con government is long over. A report on Russian interference in the EU referendum in 2016 and the general election of 2017 is to be published next week, despite the government trying to suppress its release. By sheer coincidence, on Thursday, Dominic Raab said that they are almost certain Russian actors interfered with the 2019 general election. So the question is, if Russia did interfere, what are they going to do about it? The UK's mobile providers are being banned from buying new Huawei 5G equipment after the 31st of December, and they must also remove all of the Chinese firm's 5G kit from their networks by 2027. This comes after sanctions imposed by the US on the firm, which now could make it a security threat, which of course Huawei deny and claim the UK are just siding with America. This will delay the rollout of 5G by a year in the UK, which will at least please some conspiracy theorists. High-profile Twitter accounts in the US got hacked this week with a Bitcoin scam. Accounts included Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Jeff Bezos, Kanye West, but not Trump. Despite the scam being pretty obvious to most, the attackers received over $100,000. If you want further details on this story, just send me $1,000 worth of Bitcoin too. Only kidding. They're licking their lips after a €13 billion Apple turnover. Yep, Ireland and the tech giant won their appeal against the European Commission, who had ruled that the rate of 0.05% tax was unlawful and that Apple owed €13 billion to the Irish government. But this has been overturned, which is a win for Apple and Ireland. That's right, Ireland have won by losing a €13 billion payment. Cadburys have been accused of shrinkflation. The chocolate company's owners Mondelez are reducing the size of their multi-packs from 2021, but the price will remain the same. This is to ensure that each bar has no more than 200 calories. Yeah, that's really going to stop people from, I don't know, having another bar and then having to buy more. Interesting. Manchester City have overturned their ban from competing in Europe for 2 years due to breach of FFP rules. But not everyone is happy with this decision, with Mourinho and Klopp the most outspoken. The mega-rich club ended up with a fine of €10 million, which is less than 1% of what the club is worth. Or to put it another way, roughly how much David Silva's hair cost. So, do you think this decision was right? Let me know in the comments below. The British and Irish Lions Tour will go ahead next year in South Africa, which is great news for rugby union fans or for anyone wanting an excuse to go to the pub. ITV have dumped Clive Tilsley as their lead commentator after 22 years, to be replaced by Sam Matterface, who is already ITV's number 2 football commentator, lead commentator at TalkSport Radio, and commentator on Dancing on Ice. Nice to see someone new getting a break. He's keeping those other jobs. The Andrew Neil Show has been axed as part of BBC News Cuts. Neil, known as Brillo in Private Eye because of his wiry hair, I know, people in glass houses, has worked for the corporation for over 17 years and is renowned for his tough political interviews. The Beeb need to find a further £40 million worth of savings. Thought about hiring me? US TV presenter Nick Cannon has been fired by Viacom CBS after anti-Semitic comments made in his podcast, or in this case, podcast. He has apologised and managed to keep his job as host of the US version of The Masked Singer. Maybe he could do with buying a gag rather than a mask. Right, that's it for the first edition of This Week in 5. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook for updates throughout the week. Find us at This Week in 5 with the number 5, not the word 5. Check out our other videos and remember to hit subscribe, share this video with your friends and leave your comments below. I'll see you next Sunday. Thanks for watching.